Yo. Yo, my nigga.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Winston. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. 70 yards, and the Saints need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Ready? On 1st and 10, Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. On 1st down, it's Smith. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Following the interception, Winston. And he's got it.
Let's go.
Touchdown, Saints. Adam Troutman.
Let's go,
30
man.
yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Smith. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now Gino on 1st down. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Here's Rashad Penny. Penny hit, and the ball is jarred free. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the...
I'm about to quit. Wow.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today we've got an NFC South matchup between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. Saints, Will Lutz has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. From the end zone, here comes Jalen Darden. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Yo.
The 38-yard line. Great return.
Fix your mic, G.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To the air right away is Brady.
Sorry ass nigga, man.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them.
Down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Yeah.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got it up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Yo.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Brady. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Second and 6. A draw play. Bernard. 7 yards there and a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Buccaneer, first down.
Yo.
The LSU man, Leonard Fournette, born right here in New Orleans. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
This one, you want to talk.
Brady now to throw. And finding the tight end
He
Rudolph.
still ain't going to score.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 14. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. On the throw, led him too much that time.
Go,
He's
man.
incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
On the draw, here's Bernard. And he's brought down. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up the 1st and goal. Here's Brady to throw. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Julio Jones there to make the grab.
Yes, sir, we're still ain't going to win.
First here this afternoon. Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes the score 7-0.
This goofy ass still ain't going to win.
Saints, nothing.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Their own 28-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, Winston. And that is incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage.
I'm about to go for that.
Coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
I'll go for that.
Now Winston on 4th down.
What?
Tipped and intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the return will be stopped at the 34.
Man, fucking way, bro.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So after the INT, it's Brady. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he's
No, man.
caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
The full start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. To throwing in on 2nd down. Winston. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
That's crazy, bro.
Confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
after the incompletion. Here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. Here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jameis to throw it. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
The key to any screen play is crowding the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to it and hold it for just a short gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston. And it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
He's dropping
Some of the
everything,
fans
bro.
here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now Winston. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They'll throw again. Winston. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Kamara. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Again, Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara. A touchdown run there from the yard out. And the Saints have got it back to within a score. Will Lutz on for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. Touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he
better throw a pick there.
maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to run.
Stop playing with me, man. That shit ain't gonna work on me, man. Don't play with me like that.
Certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one
Don't
shot.
play with me like that, bro.
Trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
On 2nd and 10, Brady. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right
Hey,
back.
you better get throwing out, man.
He's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
Now play fake. Brady. And That is intercepted on the sideline.
You better point.
No, they'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone. He's got a man complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Uh-oh.
Jameis now on first down. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Winston. Complete to Olave on the out route. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Saints are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. It's good on the extra point. We are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission? Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as the ball hits his hands? And off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Lux with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game.
Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Carlson Adebo. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even
so after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw, Winston. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
he certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Winston. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kamara. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. Well, he picked it in the end zone. They're glad he brought it out all the way across midfield into enemy territory.
And don't think for a second that some teammates didn't tell him to stay in the end zone, right? What he did there, to me, was the equivalent of baseball, running through the third base coach's signal to stop at third.
It's only good if you're safe.
And he ended up, to me, this counts as safe. That's a great return.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. From midfield, here's Brady. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Brady. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been coughing him up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Brady going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off.
Now I'm about to hit him with a
And the
hook.
Saints are gonna get it back in
Now I'm about to hit him
great
with a hook.
shape. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here.
That was good.
The kick by Lutz is good. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very horrifying. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
23 yards the pickup there.
Good for the Saints.
Winston now to throw on first down. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
You see that celebration from him after that stop? Those corners don't normally have the chance to get behind the line of scrimmage and hand them big losses. So when he got that opportunity, he certainly made it a memorable one.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside.
Don't start that fucking crying now. Don't start that crying now, nigga.
Defense was hoping for an interception on the opening possession.
Don't start that fucking crying now.
Obviously,
Now
they
he
want
gonna
to
cry.
surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've got to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Now Brady.
Stupid.
This is going to be intercepted.
Stupid.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. So certainly a big mistake there, Charles. 1st and goal, and they throw the interception.
Oh, that's just agonizing for a team because you still got at least 2, maybe 3 downs in your pocket. So if it's not there on 1st down, there's no sense in trying to force something. Instead, they turn the ball over.
But he quit.
Following the interception, Winston.
I'm going for it all. Fuck that.
He's going to rifle one.
I'm going for it all.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
I'm going for it all, man.
He's been doing this for a lot of
Weak ass
years.
nigga, man.
Strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And the final number of the next-gen stats, that ball traveling a full 59 yards through the air. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just scrambled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing, so that every pass is also contested.
short of the
playing with me,
31-yard
man.
line.
Oh. He don't get this shit about to quit. I know. He don't get this shit about to quit.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Finding Evans here, going across the middle of the field. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter? Right. It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
A first down throw for Winston. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down, it's Brady. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Marcus Davenport, the first runner out of UTSA with a sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. 4th down, Winston. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So following the failed try on 4th down, we'll change ends and change possession. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On first down, Brady. He's got a man, complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Now Bernard. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. Again, here's Bernard. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. And this offense on third down today, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Brady going to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try to throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
So Brady departs, and on is Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal. Succop's kick is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
Taken from about the 12. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. Stiff-armed him. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That's good for the Saints.
Throwing, Winston. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
There's several bad decisions on the end. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 56 yards. And the Saints have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Chances and definitely because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know Just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. The fourth quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game.
Yeah, he tiptoed. He scored.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably
You're still sorry, bitch.
A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them.
He
I think they have to
tiptoed
be
in.
thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
You're still shit water, little boy.
Brady's going to look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Man, shit water, man.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now
and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. And finding the tight end Rudolph. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. On play action, it's Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the Saints force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that from dexterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Yeah.
They're looking to throw this. Winston. Looking long for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
To throw again on second down. Winston. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
Oh, fuck that. I might score again. Fuck that. Got to put 40 on this head.
On first and 10, Winston.
40 piece right there. That's
He'll
it.
air it out
It's the
deep
40
for
piece.
Thomas.
Me. Exactly.
Another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Off the play fake, Winston.
Show him how ass he is. Look, I'm going to give everybody time. I'm going to hit him. Boom.
Right. Looking long for
He stopped.
And that will be
Should have kept it
incomplete.
going.
Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
They love to try to take advantage of his height. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to run it back and try it again, maybe with a little less mustard on the throw.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Jameis again. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Watch you about to be open. Slot receiver. He's going to the slot receiver, man. You already know who he's going to. Going to the slot, man. I already know where he's going. Slot.
Now Winston
Slot.
on fourth down.
Slot. Look at that. Come on, man. You can't stop me, man.
Taken in by Troutman. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Winston here to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack it back right at the midfield stripe. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jamal Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. And we now have a new single-game interception king, a record-breaking 5th pick there.
If that's not the true definition of a ball hawk, I don't know what is. That is absolutely phenomenal. What comes to mind quickly, partner, is one of the more recent ones to get to 4. D'Angelo Hall, a terrific player in his own right, but in this case, 5. That sets a brand new NFL record.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Buccaneers.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. What a performance. All those points put on the board. And Jones, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a competitive effort to secure the win, and both sides of the ball made big plays. But how demoralizing is it when the opposing defense can take one all the way back against you? And that was the case here. That really sparked them to victory.
GG's in the chat, bro. Go with for this dude, man.